What's up, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Dog Pound here on Time Warner Cable. I'm your host, Ben Heisler, joined by two new Swamp Dogs each and every week. And so far this week, we got a great pair of Swamp Dogs players joining us here today. I am joined by Swamp Dogs second baseman Aaron Fields. Aaron, good to have you.
Appreciate you.
As well as first baseman, left fielder, designated hitter, and left-handed pitcher. At one point, you're going to have to find a position.
Yeah.
Matt Kole, appreciate you guys joining me here today. It's good to have you. And I noticed that the blue polos and the jeans are out. I know you guys are living together, but you have to dress as a team all the way throughout as well?
Yep, we're a team the whole way through.
All right, well, I'm glad that you guys are here, and I know that the fans are excited to hear a little bit about you guys as well. And let's start by sort of finding out, and Aaron, I'll begin with you. How did you guys end up in Fayetteville this summer?
Well, my coach, at the beginning of the fall, they always look for places for you to play, and he just came up one day after practice and told me you're going to Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Oh, so he told you.
Yes,
he didn't give you a choice.
Oh, it's not a choice. It's not a choice. Yeah, so he came up and told me, and I was like, where's Fayetteville, North Carolina? It was just, but I came down here, and it's been a good situation down here so far.
Was this your first time ever in North Carolina?
No, actually, we played down here early in the spring.
Okay.
We played a tournament down here, but this is my first time in this area.
All right, so you were told, Matt, did you at least get an option to be asked?
Yeah, it was kind of asked. I remember I didn't play my sophomore year in the summer, and so they told me they were going to send me to a good league and a good team, and I came in after practice one day. I think one of our assistant coaches was just like, we got your summer team. It's the Fayetteville SwampDogs, and a buddy of mine played for Wilson last year, and so he knew the area, and he was like, man, you guys get great crowds, great people, great place to play. So from then on, I was pretty much excited from there on out.
Now, the two of you come from different colleges. Matt, I'll start with you. You're at Austin Peay State, and you're a native of Arrington, Tennessee. So tell us a little bit about coming and playing, getting a chance to play near Tennessee and coming here and ultimately what that's been like over at Austin Peay.
Right. It's been fun. Coming here has been a great opportunity, getting to play. It's been fun. Austin Peay, we work, consistently, and then playing summer ball is important for everybody. So it's something that, some people, like to enjoy the summer, going to the lake and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, coming out here to play is to get you better, and to meet new friends like Aaron and yourself. And so it's been just a great experience so far.
How far away is Arrington from Austin Peay?
It's about an hour and a half.
Okay, so have your parents been able to come out, family, friends?
Yeah, my parents actually, and my little sister, they came out probably 2 weeks ago. Okay. Came out and watched me play, and they loved it. They've never really been to a game like that because, it's like they said it was just like a minor league game, The fans were into it, and they enjoyed it a lot, and they want to come back out again, so it's been fun.
So now, Aaron, you're over at Wright State, but you're a native of Detroit, Michigan, so it's a little bit of a difference away as far as time goes, but how did you end up at Wright State, and what has that been experience like for you?
Well, I ended up at Wright State. Our assistant coach had seen me the summer before my senior year, and then I was at a showcase, and my head coach was there. Well, my future head coach, or my head coach to be, and he saw me there, and a few days later offered me a scholarship. So I came down to Wright State for a visit, and I loved it, loved the coaching staff, and that's where I ended up. And it's been a good experience for me. I've gotten a lot better, and this year we won our league championships. We made it to regionals, so that was a great experience.
So now both of you guys are playing college ball, you're playing summer collegiate ball, but it all starts somewhere. So I guess my question for both of you now is, what's your first memory of putting on the cleats and the the little baggy pants and the t-shirt jerseys? What was that first experience like for you? How far back can you remember? And Matt, I'll start with you on this one.
I remember distinctly. It was a t-ball team. I was born in California.
Okay.
And they were called Ducky's Car Wash. That was our sponsor. We had green uniforms with yellow, and then I just remember Ducky's Car Wash, and I remember just playing in the little t-ball field right by the ocean. And that's just the name that I always remember is Ducky's Car Wash. That was the first time.
What about you?
Well, my first team was the Red Sox, the Southfield House League, back up in the suburb of Detroit. And I just remember the first time putting on a uniform. I was so excited to actually play on a team. So it was fun. It was fun.
So you guys have gone all the way from t-ball and the first, was it house league?
Yeah, it was house league.
And all of a sudden now you guys are playing college baseball. So at what point did you guys realize that this might be something pretty serious and that one day this could potentially lead you to a whole new career? And Aaron, I'll start with you.
Well, for me, I know because my dad played baseball, so just going to the park with him, even when it's not so much when he was a player because he was kind of done when I was younger, but as a coach and seeing the way those guys did their work and playing the games, I'm like, man, this is something from a young age that I've always wanted to do.
How about you, man?
Yeah, definitely. It was. I just remember being a little kid, just always loving it. Wanting to go to the Giants games, and it was something that I played other sports, basketball, but I always kind of drifted towards baseball. So then middle school comes along, and then in high school, and it starts to get pretty serious because you realize that I could maybe get a scholarship and help my family out and stuff like that. So stuff like that.
Now, what's nice about baseball is that it's such a sport where you grow up and you start idolizing some of the players you watch playing, and you almost mimic their stance a little bit. I've said this on the show a couple times before. I remember growing up being a Cub fan and seeing Kerry Wood throw that 20 strikeout game and thinking, I can try to be the next Kerry Wood as long as I get that windup down. Who did you guys idolize growing up? Who was your favorite player, and did you ever mimic anything they did? Any sort of similar tendencies? And Matt, you can start on this one.
Yeah, he was a Tennessee boy, Todd Helton, left-handed hitter for the Colorado Rockies.
Pretty good at it.
Yeah, pretty good at it. He's probably hitting 300 for his whole career, and I just always watched him. Watched his approach and the way he worked. And I remember being younger. I'd get in the mirror, and kind of try to hold my hands like he holds. And he always has a big beard, so I'd be a little see if I could pull a few out of my chin and stuff like that. So yeah, Todd Helton would definitely be my guy.
Now, when you looked in the mirror, obviously it looks like you're a right-handed Todd Helton.
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta think. I'm still left-handed, even though I'm looking right-handed. But yeah, so definitely Todd Helton.
Who was that player for you, Aaron?
I'd say that player for me growing up was Derek Jeter, just because, of course, the success on the field, but just how he handled himself off the field, how he treats people, and he's just a genuine person. So, that's a guy that I definitely look up to.
I'll leave you guys with one question here before we go to break. I grew up, not being able to have any sort of video games in my house up until around maybe 12, 13 years old. And I remember the first baseball game that I ever played was N64, Ken Griffey Jr. Slugfest.
Yeah.
To this day, and graphics are better and gameplay is better, that's still my all-time favorite baseball video game. What's been your favorite baseball video game?
I can't remember what year it was. Maybe it was MVP 2005.
I remember
MVP 2004, 2005. I know me and my brother, we used to sit there and play it for hours, just hours. And it was the best video game
that
ever.
company doesn't make baseball games anymore. They made a college one. I think it went away.
I had that one too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt?
I'm going with you. The 64, Ken Griffey Jr., where you had Jay Buhner, Ken Griffey Jr., and there was a little circle you had to line up with the ball, and everyone's circle was like this big, but Ken Griffey's was like the size of the screen, so every time he came up, it was just automatic.
If you got it anywhere near his wheelhouse, he was taking it.
Oh, yeah, Ken Griffey was definitely the best player in that game.
We're visiting with Matt Kole and Aaron Fields here on Inside the Dog Pound on Time Warner Cable. When we come back, we break down the Swamp Dog season so far. Keep it right here on Inside the Dog Pound, right here on Time Warner Cable.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs?
Welcome back, everybody. It's Inside the Dog Pound here on Time Warner Cable. I'm your host, Ben Heisler, joined by Matt Kole, Aaron Fields, and guys, let's talk about that big win. As a come-from-behind win on Tuesday night. Not only was it a big and important win, but it was also a guaranteed win night. So now my question for you is, did you guys know about guaranteed win night ahead of time? And if you did it put any more pressure on you guys?
It was funny because I didn't really realize before the game that the promotion was guaranteed win night. But I remember sitting there kind of stretching out, and I think I heard Mo Run saying, it's guaranteed win night here at the Swamp. And I was kind of like, man, that's something you don't really, you don't announce, it's calling it. But then I realized that it was guaranteed win night in the whole situation of if we lost and everyone got in free. So, it kind of put some, not pressure on us, but kind of made us, kind of think, we need to win this game, hold on to the guarantee.
Was it a similar situation for you, Aaron?
Well, yeah, I was just like, if we were playing somewhere else, if I heard that, there's some motivation to get that win. But for us, it's all fun. It's all the promotions around here. They're all good. So it's just out of fun.
What's your favorite promotion to this point? When you guys are on the field messing around, is it throwing the ball away, the mascot race, and certainly a couple teammates had a little bit of fun on the pie eating contest the other night?
Yeah, I definitely like the pie contest. I think it's funny, especially when Skirv and B-Row did it, but some of the little kids get up there, and they think, just put it on their face, and then they look at each other, and then they'll just take it and rub it all over their bodies. So it is pretty fun. I like the pie contest.
What's been your
favorite?
Just
the home run, when the little kid runs around.